जय शंकर. कशी आसात तुम्ही सगळी? It's been a very long time since the last episode of Kallolah. Are you all eager to listen to another Kallolah story? Well, today I shall tell you about Maharshi Vedavyasa. The month of Ashadha is an apt time to talk about Vyasa Muni. Ashadha Purnima, that is the full moon day of Ashadha month, is celebrated as Guru Purnima. It is also called as Vyasa Purnima in the honor of the great sage who compiled the Vedas. Now listen carefully as I narrate the story and make a note of the Sanskrit words that I will be explaining. So keep your pen and book ready to write down your glossary of words that will be flashed here on the screen. Atha balamitrani shrunmaha maharshehe Vedavyasasya katha. व्यास मुनेः पिता आसीत् पराशर ऋषिः, माता च सत्यवती. व्यास मुनेः जन्म अभवत् एकस्मिन् द्वीपे. तस्य शरीरं कृष्णवर्णम् आसीत्, अतः कृष्णद्वैपायनः इति तस्य नाम. कृष्णद्वैपायनः वेदानां संकलनम् अकरोत्, येन सः वेदव्यासः इति नाम्ना ख्यातः अभवत्. When Vyasa Muni was born, he was called Krishnadvaipayana. Krishna because he had a dark complexion. He was born on an island, a dvipaha. Hence the name Dvaipayana, which means one who was born on an island. Later, he came to be known as Vedavyasa. In ancient times, the Vedas were passed down the generations orally. Hence, they are called Shrutis, which literally means what is heard. Vedavyasa compiled the eternal Vedic mantras and arranged them into 4 parts. Vyasa means one who compiles, a compiler, or one who arranges. Isn't it interesting how each name conveys so much? Vyasa Muni is also the author of the 18 Puranas and the Brahma Sutras. He is also the author of the epic Mahabharata. This Mahakavya, composed in Sanskrit, narrates the story of the Kauravas and the Pandavas. Do make a note here. I said Mahakavya, the great poem. That is because Mahabharata is not in prose form. It is a poem, the longest poem ever composed in any language. There is an interesting anecdote to how it was written. Listen. Yada Vyasa Munina Mahabharatam Rachitam tada tena Shri Ganeshah Lipikaraha Niyojitaha. Ganeshah लेखनकार्यं स्वीकृतवान्, किन्तु तस्य एका अपेक्षा आसीत् यत् तस्य लेखनं निरन्तरं भवेत् इति. यदि व्यासमुनिः काव्यरचनातः विरमेत् तर्हि सः लेखनं त्यक्त्वा निर्गमिष्यति इति। व्यासमुनिः तत् स्वीकृतवान्। परं सः अपि एकं प्रतिबन्धं स्थापितवान् यत् गणेशेन श्लोकस्य अर्थं सम्यक् अवगम्य तदनन्तरम् एव लेखितव्यम् इति। Lord Ganesha agreed to be the Lipikarah, scribe. He wrote the Mahabharata, but on one condition, that the writing must go on uninterrupted, nirantaram. Vyasamuni agreed, but he too laid down another condition, pratibandhaha, that Ganesha must first understand the meaning of the verses and only then write them. So both of them sat down and Vyasamuni composed and dictated the verses, and Ganesha had to decipher the meaning and then write it down neatly. व्यासमुनिः श्लोकान् रचयित्वा पठितवान्, गणेशः च श्रुत्वा अर्थं ज्ञात्वा लिखितवान् च। सकृत् तस्य लेखनी त्रुटिता, किन्तु व्यासमुनेः काव्यरचनं तु प्राचलत्। अधुना किं करणीयम्? तदा गणेशेन अवगतं यत् अहं निरन्तरं लिखामि इति तेन गर्वेण उक्तम् आसीत्। व्यासमुनेः ज्ञानं शक्तिं च तेन न ज्ञातमासीत् इति। सः स्वस्य दन्तं खण्डयित्वा शीघ्रं तत् मश्यां निमज्य पुनः लेखनम् आरब्धवान्। यदा व्यासमुनिः अन्यत् कार्यं कर्तुम् इच्छति स्म अथवा श्रान्तः भवति स्म, तदा सः क्लिष्टरचनां करोति स्म। यावत् गणेशः तस्य अर्थं ज्ञात्वा लिखति, तावत्पर्यन्तं व्यासमुनिः स्वकार्यं समापयति स्म। While Ganesha had to understand every word and then write, he was unable to keep up with the speed at which Vyasamuni was composing the verses. His pen broke. Lekhani trutita. That is when Ganesha realized that he had not understood the greatness of Vyasamuni because of his own pride, but he had to continue writing. So he quickly broke off one of his tusks, dipped it in the ink machine and continued to write. When Vyasamuni had to attend to some other task or needed rest, he would compose a complicated verse. Until Ganesha understood the meaning and wrote it down, he would finish his task. After this incident, Ganesha also came to be known as Ekadanta, he who has one tooth. एवं व्यासमुनिना महाभारतं रचितं, गणेशेन लिखितं च। अधुना यूयं स्मरत, व्यासमुनिः किं कृतवान्? सः वेदानां चतुर्भागेषु व्यवस्थापनं कृतवान्। के चत्वारः वेदाः? ऋग्वेदः, यजुर्वेदः, सामवेदः, अथर्ववेदः च। व्यासमुनिः महाभारतं रचितवान्। एतस्मिन् महाकाव्ये एव अन्तर्गता श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता। श्रीकृष्णेन अर्जुनाय दत्तः उपदेशः। व्यासमुनिना ब्रह्मसूत्राणि रचितानि, अपि च 18 पुराणानि रचितानि। व्यासमुनिः लोककल्याणार्थं, जनानाम् अज्ञाननाशार्थम् एव अवतरितः। सः भगवतः विष्णोः अंशावतारः मन्यते। एषः गुरूणां गुरुः भगवान् वेदव्यासः आषाढपौर्णिमायां पूज्यते।
कलिमलास्तविवेकदिवाकरम् समवलोक्य तमोवलितञ्जनम् करुणया भुवि दर्शितविग्रहम् मुनिवरं गुरुव्यासमहं भजे। मुनिवरं गुरुव्यासमहं भजे।
Our Guru teaches us and guides us in our worldly as well as our spiritual journey. In Sanskrit, Gu means darkness and Ru means removal of the darkness. The Guru is the one who dispels the darkness of ignorance. So, on Guru Purnima, we pay respects to all our Gurus and the Guru Parampara. Starting from this day, the Chaturmasa Vrata is observed. During this period of Chatvaraha Masaha, which could be 4 fortnights or 4 months, the Guru and the disciples increase their sadhana and devote more time to the study of spiritual texts. Pujya Swamiji does not travel and stays in one place during this period. This year, Parama Pujya Swamiji is observing the Chaturmasa Vratam at Kallolah Mutt. You have learnt so many things in today's episode. Now, let me tell you the answer to last time's question. In the last episode, you heard the story of Padmapada, one of the disciples of Shri Adi Shankaracharya. And the question for you was, who were the 4 primary disciples of Adi Shankaracharya? The answer: Hastamalakacharya, Sureshwaracharya, Padmapadacharya and Totakacharya. In our daily prayers, when we pay respects to each of our Gurus and Guru Parampara, we also offer salutations to both Adi Shankaracharya and Vedavyasa. Can you tell me by what name is Maharshi Vedavyasa called in our Sabha Prarambha Prarthana? Keep your answer ready and I shall see you again in the next episode of Kallolah. Lots of love to you children. Punar Milama. Jai Shankar.